Damn it, I'm so fucking mad I did that.
Wait, so you know the meaning of life?
They know the meaning of life, not meaning nature. Oh shit. And they don't want me to expose this information. Okay, meaning is something that is ascribed. They said meaning is something that is ascribed, right? So when you step into your purpose, what God sent you to here to do, and you know, your natal chart is ascribed to you under the planetary alignment that you were born under, correct? So with them trying to manipulate everybody's natal chart, their destiny, ultimately when you do that and trying to play God, you fuck up, and God will show you just how much you are not God.
So you know how the universe is created. So you thank God. Okay, Bill.
They said they evolved past superstitions and the need to say that there is a God or whatever, whatnot, right? So this is what they said. This is what this said. You know, this being right here that they have captured. And at first, in this beginning of the video, it's saying that it's actually able to move around and it's sitting there free and stuff. And then on the second half, you'll I'm telling you, you'll not see it. But if you go watch it, you'll see it. This is in my KD blast list. It's a picture of an alien, a gray alien, and it's sitting in front of a table, or it's just a table sat in front of it, and it's being questioned. Like it has a little spotlight on it and stuff like that. So he's explaining how there is no death. There's only nature. But they're trying to figure out where they fucked up. So I'm gonna let it keep on going.
Well, my name is. What happens when we die?
Death is a kind of concept. It does not exist. You, me, him. He says to separate by what you call death. Only separated by what you call death. So meaning when somebody passes over, they just go into a lesser form. Not necessarily a lesser form, but let's say a less dense form, because our physical bodies are a dense form. It is a container of souls. And depending on what soul you evolve your soul from is what vibrational ranking that you hold in the spiritual realm.
Okay, so let me get this straight. There's no death, and we all experience each other's lives, right? Okay, so how was the universe created, and why is it so perfectly made for us?
Such as you know it. Okay, well, he's pretty much saying you are only a small, significant part of a universe, and it's only perfectly made for you, like it's made for any other world, planet, universe as we know it. And they not God, so needless to say, they are the fallen ones.
Okay. So why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Can you be more specific, please?
Dogma. It is the root to all conflict of our species. Dogma. Damn, I was just talking about this. I talk about it every day, technically, but really today. Dogma, classifying, labeling, discriminating, categorizing, you name it, that's what it is. Okay? Just like someone would try to say that I have PTSD for having empathy for a situation I experienced and expressing myself by crying or getting angry. I'm not entitled to my emotion. It has to be categorized under some type of mental illness instead of just being, hey, we're emotional creatures. We have the right to express how we feel and then not be categorized by any healthcare physician, any counselor, any whatever. But then there are those extreme emotions that can be manipulative, and people are high functioning, having these high functioning, job positions, and are highly fucking emotionally dysfunctional and manipulative, and being ran by these lower level entities that they don't even probably sometimes even know. And sometimes, a lot of them do know that they are being ran by these entities. Come on. The dogma will ultimately destroy our species because of the way that it's used in manipulation and tearing families apart, like I've expressed on my Facebook many of times. Not breaking those generational curses, not healing, not taking a higher road, not helping other people heal, not expressing ourselves. Suppression is depression. Suppressing our feelings, not being able to express our feelings. All these things that the government is doing, having us wear these stupid ass masks because they are quite literally having a Tuskegee project on everyone in the world, and unfortunately, too, a lot of people that are not unaware of the fucking ill-begotten ways of these people that are doing these things unknowingly and knowingly. Some people are on the good, some people are the bad. There's dark, there's light, and that's just it. There's people that know, and there's people that don't know, but there's some people that feel like something is not right. But then these entities are trying to embody their bodies and get bodied and run their emotions. So that's why you will see people actually go crazy. That's why you will see people actually like fucking just go and do the most. Like, example, who's dealt with these beings? Young Pharaoh.
Okay, one last thing. What about morality? What do you base your morality on?
Okay, it said compassion and evidence. So who says compassion and evidence? Think about that. Only on compassion and evidence. Not any feeling, not any emotion. That is the dangerous. That is not stable. It's not using a what we consider a Christ consciousness. A empathetic consciousness, logic, and which is masculine, and feminine, which is that emotion, that which is empathy. Logic is logically thinking, which is what he said. What he said, evidence. That's physical. That's masculine. And feminine would be emotion. So that you don't use emotion. It's very dangerous.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Can you speak? Or what out there? Are you scared of me?
Obviously, when he tried to whoop your ass, and now you got him tied up.
Okay, so you say you're from the future and an evolutionary descendant of humans. You also say you're a different species. So, which one is it? Are you a descendant of humans or not?
He said, we can no longer breed with your kind. We are evolutionary descendants of your species. Therefore, we are a new species. Like Super Saiyan. They can no longer breed with the species. Why can't they no longer breed with the species? You gotta think about this. Yeah, we have a lower self. Yes, we have a higher self. As above, so below is within, is so without. Right?
Then how do you speak English?
He said, how do you speak English?
If you don't answer, I'll administer another radioscope over you until your system collapses. Do you understand? Now, how do you speak English? So you just picked up English, just like that. Because you're so smart, right? So, you said you know the origin of the universe, but you did not provide an explanation. So I ask you again, how was the universe created?
He said you're like pretty much not capable of accepting the truth. He's not. They're not acceptable. Except, they're not the truth of existence. They're not capable of accepting the truth. That is true, because honestly, the way I've explained, sorry if I said it very harshly before, but black people are the original people. We were on every planet. There was a sellout through many lifetimes that did just that, and sold his own wife out, created another being, kept on creating those, mating and breeding with those until they got into this being right here. So it's like, honestly, black people created white people. They came from the bone. That's why they are white. So a lot of people are not accepting that, of how they were created. So do you think they'll be able to accept the fact that they were created and then they decided to stay with demonic entities and thinking that was right and that was okay because they thought God was white, and they kept they kept dealing. I laughed because I just felt something touch me. They kept dealing with what I'm saying, like lower level entities and ways of selling their souls without knowing, and some knowing, throughout generations and generations. And then this a whole fucking project, what they have going on with the shots, is a whole nother fucking thing. Like, this is nanotechnology. This is something they're trying to be greater and smarter than what created them ultimately, and coming back to them own selves and getting caught. Ultimately, that's just what it is. And he is caught by his own people.
Answer the question. Really?
The universe is not
But you can create something out of nothing. So there it is. Only a creator can make something from nothing. Wait, you just contradicted yourself. So,
he said there is no end and no beginning for what exists. It says and therefore no creator. But he's saying no creator. So ultimately, he's telling himself in another form that he's still not admitting that he had a creator. and that his creator was black. And because if he tells this human, the truth about how he was created, Lord have mercy. It's just like they found out all the Egyptians was black. And there's a TikTok where, this white lady was like, did you know white people used to worship black deities, black gods and goddesses, their creators? And that's why there were so many years of fucking slavery. Because we had a being create them, put them into slavery, and then that being turned in hand, put us into slavery. But that shit is over because they doing way too fucking much.
Wait, but you said there was an origin to the universe. Here it is. I got you in the line.
And then it's saying, small part of their existence.
Right, so now you're talking nonsense. Again, how was the universe created so miraculously?
Every event can, will, and has happened. Every event has, can, and will, and has happened. History repeats itself. There's nothing new up under the sun, which there's not. But there was something created new up under the sun now. But they don't want to speak on that either. And then not only that, they kind of really don't want to mess with time. But the time they're not trying to mess with is the time that they're trying to take control back over, is the thing. But he won't explain that. So he won't explain the origins of where they came from, how were they created, or anyone or anything else was created. It won't explain how they became to evolve and why they can't inbreed with humans anymore. And which humans are they inbreeding with? Like, this just like hit me like a ton of bricks because I was already like, wait, these is shadow fuck. Like, I didn't say this is shadow people, but I was like, these is fucking demons. Because of what he's saying, I'm like, that sounds suspect. I'm like, that sounds suspect as hell. I'm like, that sounds like a fucking demon. Straight up. It said, what did it say? It said, oh yeah, every event can happen, has happened, and will happen. That's that past, present, and future. Everything exists at the same time. You can jump timelines by healing. These motherfuckers obviously don't get the evolutionary of emotional healing, which is the ultimate downfall of any species. Including this universe, there are an infinite number of universes. That's why it's so called. The universe is by chance stable. This universe is by chance stable.
So life just happened, right? So are you telling me we're just
Physical
random?
properties.
How so? Such as?
So when he said the solar motherfucker flare, this raised the like ding 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 ding. We got a winner. Winner, 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 winner. Vegan dinner. We got a winner. Okay, so y'all remember the solar flares that's been happening. There was a big old boom on the moon like within the past month, right? Who controls the planets? It's not them. It's only getting hotter, like I said on my Facebook 5 years ago. I said it's only gonna get hotter. It's only gonna get hotter. What has it been doing? It's been getting hotter. The weather's gonna get more extreme. They talking about they just discovered the core of Earth is ice. So how is the core of the how they just now discovering this? That it's ice. Earth is a feminine energy. Water. Just something to think about. And it says asteroid impact. After he said that, asteroid impact.
So the universe doesn't care if we live or die. I don't believe that for a second. We're more than just random. So, if we're just random, then there's no meaning to the universe. So if there's no meaning in the universe, then what's the point of living? You just contradicted yourself again. No. You can't live a full life. You can't live a life.
He said living lives in the mind. Mind control. You control the mind, you control the masses. Meaning of life lives in the mind. That means it's the choices that you fucking make. This is why I talk about taking the high road. This is why I talk about breaking generational curses. This is why I talk about healing the inner child, the masculine and feminine inner child. It's in the mind. I'm fucking roasting. You can live a life at all. You can't live a life at all if you think.
At all. Do you think the meaning is all made up?
Your species, the false beliefs. The meaning is It is not.
So, what is meaning?
Meaning is what you make it.
Okay, moving on. You said we should die as a species. So, tell me, when does a nuclear war start?
So you ask them, when does a nuclear war start? And they're going to start asking about this being, this male that's going to start all this fucking conflict. It started a fucking nuclear war. So, it sounds like Adam trying to blame Eve again. Oh, let me recorrect myself. I didn't mean to say Eve. Adam trying to blame Lilith again. That's what this is starting to sound like. And not taking accountability, of course, per usual, because this time round, shit knees chest deep in deep shit. It's hot. It shit says to be continued.
So, tell me, when does a nuclear war start?
It is not my place to change history.
What? No. Yes, sir.
They hit him with some shots.
Thank you. Okay, so, now, tell me, when does the nuclear war start? Okay, by whom?
It said this war will start in 1/2 century from this point. Now, this video I seen about 5 years ago. This shit is in black and white. And I swear it's crazy. Because you know what? I can really say, I'm not trying to be conceited. I'm not trying to be fucking funny or nothing. But I can really honestly say a lot of major events have happened either before my birth or right after my birth. A lot of major historical events.